Hey folks, well yes, a bit of an update again on that multifruit tree or whatever, fruit salad tree. It's alive! As far as I can see, I've got 2 grafts that have took, so I'm very happy. And the strange thing, well, you'll see that anyway, there's a few clips around garden and what's going on over here behind me, and I'll get on with it. Nice to be nice. So guys, I think these 2 grafts have made it. And that surprising thing is, this is now truly a Frankenstein tree, because this is a peach and that's a plum. Jury's still out on these. That looks like it might come into bud as well. I'm looking at the end of that now. Well, when you see it, I can't. And that looks like it might actually come as well. So, and that's the sour cherry. Now, I took a bit off the side with that with knife, and that wood's actually not dried out. So I'm thinking I might get something out of them eventually. I'm going to put some wax over that. I went a little bit mad. But what I've also done now is all these little side growth, all these little shoots, I've just nipped them off with a knife, like so, just to concentrate everything up to grafts. I'm going to finish that. Looks like it's set this pear tree looks like it's set 1 or 2 pairs. I didn't expect much from it this year, but with luck next year we'll get a decent crop off it, or an half decent crop, something to munch on at least. That's a pok choi that I cut off to nothing. And under the shade cloth there's some Kelsey onions which got a little bit neglected. That's stuff that I put out last week, and it's all hardened off, and I'll just move shade cloth over for that. And here we've got some broccoli foaming heads. This is yacon. It's all hopefully hardened off. It's been I put it in yesterday, so hopefully it'll be alright, but I did have it under shade cloth for over a week. The peas have started, and then there's a second planting of peas in front. I'm hoping to plant some corn here in between, but I've just started it in cups, in pots. I've got to find somewhere for my monastery beans. Some of the asparagus got knocked off, so what I've had to do is put some canes round and tie it up, just to stop it from falling over and breaking off, or when you're walking around it with mower and stuff like that, it catches on it. On tops of the post I just taped some bottle tops from water bottles, just so I don't take an eye out. Always advisable. And underneath there the strawberries have shot back great. They're ever bearing strawberries, and they will come from last frost to first frost, or first frost to last frost should I say. And the plum tree over here, I've actually put a bed around it, dug it out. Underneath the wood chips is a membrane with holes in it like the other one in the garden. The reason I've done that is just as an extra weed suppressant. We'll plant through it, probably next year I'll be able to take that out and top it up with more wood chips. But what I've got in here is there's some zinnia, some marigolds, mustard, and some spring onions. And I just thought I'd put them in, so just to see how we go. And I think it'll look a lot neater. It looks a lot neater, and it's easier to maintain. As to trimming round that tree was a bit of a pain, and then you can't trim right up to it obviously because you don't want to damage the tree. I think we're going to have a bumper crop of raspberries this year. I wrapped all canes up on this last winter. It's gone nuts. I've got to really trim in there. There's a nice big patch of nettles here as well. I think I can make use of that. But these raspberries spread like nuts. They're all grown under that bush there, and into that area behind. Also spread over there, but we don't mind. These are black and red currant bushes now. Getting a bit of aphid infection. Sort that out. It's not too bad, but it deforms all tops of branches when they grow. They grow all curly and deformed. Quite a bit of clover coming through here. These are strawberries which I bought from shops last year, and they seem to have gone alright and come back.
including little ring of radishes, look, around there. And the old parsley. This is that ruby street mustard, which I think looks really nice. And if you remember, I cut these right down and they come direct out of the grow room, so they've come back great, you know, no sunburn, just come back. And these are just that other stuff that I've thrown in. Slugs, I've had to put pellets down. I've lost quite a bit of stuff to slugs already. This is nice to see that this is running. I'm not really bothered about fruit this year, as long as I can get it to runner and sort of put some ground cover on there, it'll be great, just round edges. Now I know this probably looks very boring, but what we've got here is, this is a pumpkin, or there's 3 pumpkin seeds in there from the pumpkin that I carved last year, because I'd like to go for another go without having to buy a pumpkin. So I don't know where I'm going to muscle that in, or them in, when if I get one. These are Norwegian monastery beans. These are from Gardening Norway, Halva. And if you can see that, there's all the information. In Norway since 1869. And they like cold northern climates, which is good here. Probably should have done them a bit earlier. Halva did suggest starting them in napkins, but I've given one to a pot and hopefully they'll go. I'm doing them in here to start them, and as soon as they start I'll put them outside and protect them from slugs, because the slugs, some of the carrots what I had showing last week have gone, so that's annoying. So I've put pellets down. And again here, this is sweet corn. I had the same sort of problem last year. Put sweet corn in, popped up, slugs ate it. So I've got, I think there's 18 plants there. 18 or 16, 18, there's 18 plants there. Put one in each. If something don't fire, I've got enough seed to start again. Put another one in, but they tend to go quite quick up. And as soon as they are up, say they'll be in garden, that'll be next weekend. Recorder, do like a little bit of chaos. And here we've got like a load of primroses which have just finished flowering, and some mint coming through, because this is overrun with mint, this bed, but I didn't plant it. And then you got your wild garlic, which, you know, looks quite nice. That tulips are nearly all finished.